Well, welcome back, everyone. Today is Ash Wednesday, and as we lead into Easter, Brookland Baptist Church in West Columbia, they are preparing for a phenomenal production in dinner theater. The production is called Barabbas. It's part of the drama series presented by Broadway at Brookland, the church's drama ministry, and this show also features a very special guest. We have some guests joining us to tell us more about it. I'm going to allow everyone to introduce themselves and tell us their role with the church and or the production, and we'll start here.
Yes, my name is Kenneth Crutchfield, and we are part of the directors of the drama ministry, and I am the writer of Barabbas. I wrote the music, book, and lyrics.
Okay, all righty. Thank you for being here.
And I'm Deacon Nathaniel Stewart, and I am, I want to say I'm Barabbas, but it felt good.
Yeah.
But I am Pontius Pilate in the play, and it's a beautiful production. We are looking forward to it.
All right, perfect.
I'm Terry Ballard Crutchfield, and my husband and I, we are co-directors of the show and directors of the Broadway at Brookland program.
All right, well, let's get straight into it because I can tell just with the looks on your faces, this is something that you put a lot of time into. It's kind of like we put so much work into it, we're ready for it to happen, so it can be over, but in a good way because you're ready to present the community all your hard work. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about the story of Barabbas and what went into bringing this story to life.
Well, I've always been interested in the character of Barabbas from the Bible, and basically Jesus took his place on the cross, when metaphorically he took all our places. And it's the story of him, his guilt, and his journey as to why Jesus took his place on the cross.
Yeah.
And I wrote all the music and things like that. So it's fantastic music.
What's your background in production? Because is this something that you just wake up and you want to do? I'm assuming that you have some background here.
Yes, I've done a lot of shows in the
Okay.
past as a musician.
Okay, as a musician.
Yeah, and we're going to have a Broadway actor come in, play the lead as Barabbas.
Oh, nice.
From New York.
Oh, wow. This is so, listen, you don't have to travel to New York.
That's right.
New York is traveling to
Right
West
here.
Columbia. That's going to be so good. And Terry, I'll ask you just about the time that went into writing the music and the script for this.
Well, as Ken stated, he's the one that wrote the book and the music. So I'm just the sounding board to hear him, and I do edits and whatever it is that he needs to support him in this project.
Yeah.
We both are writers, but this time it's his show. And so I'm directing along with him. Our vision has come. He has a vision, I have a vision, we put it together and make sure that it happens and works well on stage.
And you can't talk about doing anything at the church without good music. That's really going to bring the story to life through song. Deacon Stewart, tell us about your role. I know that we'll be graced by your beautiful voice.
Oh,
Yes.
glory.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Billie Jean, thank you. I tell you what, this is a beautiful opportunity for me. They pulled me out of the pews, and they heard me singing, and they said, okay, we got something for you to do.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what happened, and I was tagged with the Pontius Pilate part in the play, the governor of the town at time during that time. And I am the one that will call Jesus to the cross.
Oh, wow.
We will call him to the cross
Yeah.
because of the crowd
Yes.
and their anticipation that this is the one that they wanted to go to the cross. So Pontius Pilate is my part.
So, of course, so many times over the years, and I just feel like since forever, like, you know, during Easter, you're looking for that, I guess, reenactment of Jesus at the cross. What is going to make this story different and educational for those who may not really be too familiar with the story?
Oh, well.
Especially the little ones, too.
Yeah, it's basically the story of redemption, of learning about who Christ was. And Barabbas is a sounding board as to the what happened during that time with Christ,
Yeah.
and why he went to the cross. Because Barabbas was not a good person, so
Yeah.
Jesus died for us all.
Wow. As active members of the church, who obviously know the story, and you know what God has done, but now you're in his shoes in a different way through production.
Right,
How was
absolutely.
that for y'all emotionally going through that? You writing it, directing it, like how was that process?
You learn the story afresh when you take it off a page or you have read it or you've studied it, and now that you characterize it, it becomes life.
Yeah.
And you see these things and you start to feel what the character might have felt, what they have felt, and what they're going through. So we do the historical backgrounds as well. And so that becomes educational. Plus we try to make it as plain as possible.
Yeah.
So that you get the understanding of the story, not just the storyline, but with the music and everything that everyone brings into it, you feel it.
Feel it.
So this is no longer just a play, it's an event.
That's really good. And what would you say, Deacon Stewart? What about you?
I tell you, it's a beautiful opportunity for most of us who haven't had the opportunity to be on a production such as this. And being at the church and now with the dinner, a part of it. We've done the Christmas play in the sanctuary. Now we'll be in the banquet and conference center with food and a play going on while you're dining and eating. It's going to bring all the pieces together. So I'm excited to be a part of this one in the banquet and conference center. That's the exciting part
Oh,
about it.
yes, the dinner is going to be good. We know that you guys throw down over there. So this is going to be just top notch. And when I think about productions that are top notch in other big cities, it sometimes includes a nice meal. So that is going to be good. So you're bringing that experience here. I'm going to pull up the details so that everyone can be in the room. But before we head to break, I understand you have such a beautiful voice, Deacon Stewart, and you can sing us just a little bit until we go to break for what people can expect on April 17th, April 18th, Good Friday at 7 p.m. Tickets $40, and this is going to be at the Brookland Conference Center in West Columbia on Sunset Boulevard. Friday, April 18th. Mark your calendars. But for now, let's turn it over to Deacon Stewart.
I feel a Trojan speaking in my ear. I hear it calling loud and clear. But Rome should continue to stand rugged and strong, yeah. I repent of the decision I made. Release the man the crowd forbade. They said in a loud roaring voice, give us Barabbas, yeah. And now I hear a plot. It's an insurrection. It's an insurrection. It's an insurrection. It's an insurrection.
All right, that was so good, Deacon Stewart. Thank you, thank you. Let me tell you how I know you can sing. Well, you don't need no music, no filter, no mic. That is some good, just down, dirty South vocal.
Thank you.
Deacon Stewart, I would come to church on Sunday just
Glory
to see how
to
you
God.
carry on,
How
because you
about
do so well.
Thank
And
you.
you don't have any experience in production?
Listen, we have been doing a little something ever
Okay.
since high school.
Okay.
And Terry and Ken have tagged me in the Christmas play.
Yeah.
And every little thing that we can throw me in, we are dashed in. So no, this is not the first time.
Okay, well, listen, you sound amazing. Thank you all so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
on. Just want to remind everyone, Friday, April 18th at 7 p.m. at the Brookland Conference Center, Broadway at Brooklyn presents Barabbas. We're going to take a quick break. Much more Soda City Live on the other side.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Y'all
All right,
so good.
fantastic.